What is up, guys? Welcome to our November group programming training overview. As most of you guys know, if you've been with us for a little while, we'd like to give you guys a brief overview on what to expect in the coming month's training cycle. So each month we have different focuses, we have different goals, and what we're working towards through the month, as well as kind of an overview plan throughout the months and years. So we like to show you guys kind of a peeled back view of what the month's going to look like, what to expect, maybe how to plan your workouts, and what our goals are as we're improving and we're working on things throughout the month through our workouts. So that's the purpose of these guys. Hopefully these are helpful. Hopefully you guys watch these, and hopefully this gives you a little more insight into what to expect in the coming month. So November, we are going to be working on specifically two assessments or two progressions through the month. The big progression is going to be weightlifting. So when you think about weightlifting, a lot of people think about deadlift, bench press, back squat. Those are actually power lifts, so powerlifting. So you're going to actually see some of that sprinkled through the month because that is a great way for us to build our strength base, which is super important and has a lot of transfer to our Olympic lifts. But when we talk about weightlifting, we're specifically talking about two movements, and that's the clean and jerk and the snatch. So these movements obviously involve strength, but they involve a lot more than just strength. There's speed, agility, athleticism, power, coordination, accuracy, flexibility, all in one movement and one lift, or in two lifts in that regard. So we're going to be working on those. A lot of that has to do with technique. So we're going to be improving technique, improving positions, coaching you guys through those, working on those, the clean and jerk and the snatch. Now, I know a lot of you guys are kind of at different levels with our weightlifting assessment. That's okay. So some of you guys are going to be working, staying a little bit more with the hang clean, the power clean, the jerk. Some of us will be working a little bit higher into the snatch if we were in those higher levels. But we want to make sure that our weightlifting really fits you, your goals, and where you're at right now in our weightlifting progression. So maybe take a peek at your weightlifting progression before we begin this cycle in November, so that way you guys kind of know where you're at and maybe have a goal of where you're shooting for by the end of the month. So pay attention to that. Be aware of that going into November. We also are going to be focusing on rowing. So the rowing assessment is a crowd favorite. I say that sarcastically because it is one of the most challenging assessments for sure. But we're going to have some rowing work, quite a bit of rowing aerobic specific work, specifically to the rower throughout the month. We're also going to have some extra credit work throughout the month too, specifically for rowing, because that's a great way. A lot of times it's hard to work that long aerobic work into class with limited rowers and depending on how many people we have. So if you really want to work on that rowing, it's a great idea to stick around after class on a couple days, maybe 1 or 2 days a week, to specifically work on rowing. So that way you guys are prepared and want to hopefully level up by the end of the month on our rowing assessment. So that will be the second one. You also, again, like I said, we'll see some powerlifting work. So that's going to transfer over to the weightlifting work because we want to build a good solid strength base with those basics, with the fundamental movements, the deadlift, the back squat, the bench press. So you'll see those throughout the month as well too. And then also, finally, we'll have some dumbbell workouts. The dumbbell is a great implementing tool. I know we all love the barbell, but sometimes the dumbbell can be even a little bit more challenging us to just use one limb at a time, kind of exposes some of those weaknesses and helps us strengthen some of those imbalances that we have. And then we've also got some fun workouts. We've got some CrossFit Games throwback workouts, some scaled down versions of those that bring them down a little bit to our level and make them fun. But we'll let you guys know when those are coming up. We've also got a few partner workouts as well. I know you guys like to see those on some Saturdays. So we've got about every other Saturday, we're going to be alternating between just a normal workout and a partner workout. So hopefully that guys helps you guys with a brief overview of November. Talk to a coach if you guys have any questions about what we've got on the game plan for November. And we look forward to helping you guys in the coming month. See ya.